Okay, so what we want to talk about is short-term gratification versus long-term gains. Now, what am I talking about exactly? In what category? Well, we're going to be talking about this, how it relates to, let's say, cosplay. Short-term gratification is something I feel like, well, what is it? See, short-term gratification is just something that you do, doesn't take that long to do. It's kind of like a shortcut. It's a shortcut in that, say you take the easy way out, right? There's the hard way and there's the easy way. You take the easy way out, you get instant gratification, stuff happens, right? So when the stuff happens, then you get excited. You get this freaking spike like up here, right? You get your fucking spike, you get your freaking spike. All right, so you get your spike, right? You spiked up here. It's not long term. You didn't really learn much. You just got what you wanted, and then you spiked temporarily, and then you just come crashing back down. And in your personal skill set, you'll have nothing, really nothing, like to show for it. And aside from like maybe like material thing, but like inner growth, like you won't really have it. It won't be there because you didn't work for it. And then long-term gratification just has to deal with like pretty much growth that will sustain and stay with you for a long period of time. Why is one better than the other, or is the other better than the other? You decide. I mean, if you want to grow personally, if you want to get better, if you want to take your whatever you do to the next level, you kind of want to, you can balance both. That's fine, because like it's kind of realistic to just like say, oh, I'm gonna do like everything's gonna be like long-term growth, situation. But when you look at long-term growth situations, it's a hard road to travel. It's not easy. The thing is, like, a lot of people give up. They give up because it was too freaking hard for them. They didn't reward themselves in between, and they try to suffer through this whole thing, try to be a hero, try to endure something for too long without much results, rewards, or successes. So it's okay occasionally to reward yourself. It's not okay to always look for the easy way out. That's pretty much the point I want to drive home today. What's something that's a long-term growth opportunity? Let's say you work in a complicated bill. It takes maybe a lot longer than what would have been the easy way out, to maybe like hire somebody else to do it. Get someone else to do it, pretty much, right? Or just like pre-buy something that's out there that like it's just like you don't have to work for it at all. So it's these kind of situations that you want to think about. And when thinking about these situations, you always want to ask yourself, am I doing this for like an instant gain, or am I doing this because I actually want to grow in my life? I actually want to go somewhere. I actually want to get better at my skill set. I actually want to be able to like do something with this in the future, instead of like just like have like a fleeting moment in the present that really won't get you anywhere. So let's see. Example of that. I have this costume that I've been working on recently. So far, I've been working on it for like about, I want to say like half a year. I still have another half a year to go. If I still stay on the same track of like, see, I haven't been as dedicated to it recently, like as I've been in the past, and only because I haven't been prioritizing as much lately. So one thing that I've gotten out of that is that I have to make sacrifices. I have to cut out other things from my life in order to make space for, the important things, the things that I'm focusing on for the long term, that I feel that when I've accomplished it, I'll be in a much stronger place, just from having gone through the whole process. And also, like what you want to do is, you kind of want to pump yourself up. You don't want to like get all depressed because like something's taking forever to work out, and you're not really getting anywhere that fast. You are getting somewhere, but it's like a really slow slow pace, slow rate. So pretty much, that's where I've been with this project. There's been a few setbacks here and there, but that's pretty typical. Any project you work on, you can't really expect to never have any setbacks at all, because that's not very realistic. What is realistic is to expect, bad things, well, not bad thing, but like roadblocks to come up. These roadblocks are the stepping stones, to you get into a higher plane of, of growth, of learning. So pretty much, there'll be occasions like, say, Halloween, when, I realistically know that whatever I'm working on right now is not going to be finished by that time. Probably only have like 1 or 2 weeks. So, those situations, I'll go out, I'll get something that's like easy or pre-made, and then I'll make modifications, alterations, and probably remake a few pieces here and there, and then have like a good time. And I think one of the good things about buying pre-made things is that you get to learn how things are constructed by other people. It'll kind of give you insight into like different processes, different techniques, and you can evaluate like where your skill set, your current skill level is at versus where somebody else's skill set is at, and kind of from that experience you can pretty much grow and advance the costume to like another stage, something that's like better than what you had got originally. And I think that's what separates a lot of people, it separates the beginners from like the people who have the potential to actually do like super great things, like insanely great things, like Steve Jobs quote right there. So short-term gratifications, you want to sprinkle those sparingly in between your long-term growth. And I think by doing these two things, you try to strike like a healthy balance. And healthy balance in anything is pretty much something that it's not going to make you go crazy. It's going to sustain you for the duration of the time period that you need to allot, and it'll make you a lot more successful in your costume building endeavors for the future. Okay, so that about wraps it up. Let me see. Hope I covered everything that. I hope I covered any questions, any unclear points that you guys might have had, and that's about it. So peace.